Wow, what a great day it is to get underway with the UCSB A6 Invitational, coming to you from the campus of UC Santa Barbara in the gorgeous capital of the world. We welcome you in to Rob Gym. With the start of the UCSB A6 Invitational, it's also the start of a new campaign. UC Santa Barbara and USC getting their 2022 season underway today. I'm Max Kelton. I'm joined alongside by the great, the legendary, the three-time gold medalist, Katie Spieler in the house. Katie, it's a good matchup today for a UC Santa Barbara team that is looking to find its identity.
It's going to be an interesting start to their 2022 season, coming off a very strong 2021 with an NCAA tourney semis finish. Their first NCAA run in 10 years.
Yeah, they won that Big West tournament, which in the volleyball world, the men's volleyball world, you got to understand it's probably the most coveted trophy aside from that NCAA championship trophy, just because of the talent in this conference.
And finishing with a program record 5 AVCA All-Americans, but just one of those is still on the roster. So we're going to see a lot of young blood here tonight for UCSB.
Gauchos lose guys like Randy DeWeese and Casey McGarry, Keenan Sanders. These guys were staples in their starting rotation. Not just this last season, but seemingly the last 5 years, you know, and eligibility extended because of COVID, obviously. Well, the one returner is Ryan Wilcox, and he's not too shabby himself. Ryan starting in his senior year, and boy, can this kid play. Last season in the Big West Tournament Championship, he was the MVP. He's the only player on either squad today named to the AVCA preseason All-American team. Ryan Wilcox is the heartbeat of UC Santa Barbara.
And he led the Big West in aces last year, so let's look for him to be super effective from that back line. That's going to be huge for UCSB.
Now, the guy to watch out for, well, you might say it's Chris Hall for USC. Hall in 2021 led USC in assists, and he was second in digs. And he's a staple in this offense, a redshirt senior out of Sherman Oaks, California. But the guy I'm most excited to watch today, Sam Cobrine. Cobrine, an outside hitter, an opposite, a setter. He is versatile when it comes to the hardwood, and a graduate transfer from UCLA. Last year, he was all MPSF first team and All-American honors. So he can really bring a new dimension to this offense that we're going to see this year.
And he has experience on a UCLA team that made it to the national championship and competed for that championship. So he has all the experience, all the versatility, and he's bringing that to the USC squad.
UC Santa Barbara, it's Coach Rick McLaughlin at the helm. Not just today, but for the past 14 seasons. He's coming off of his second straight year as the AVCA Coach of the Year. He's also a two-time in a row Big West Conference Coach of the Year. Today for USC, it's not Jeff Nygaard, who is a three-time Olympian and the head coach, just not in the building today. Instead, Gary Sato is going to be at the helm for USC this afternoon. Sato, an assistant with the U.S. men's national team back in the 80s, back in the 90s. He won a gold medal back in 88, so this guy really knows what he's doing. Regardless of Nygaard being in the house or not, USC is in good hands.
Very respected name, Gary Sato, in the volleyball community.
So we're just about ready to get underway. Here is Brandon Browning on the back line. That's Haushin Shaw with a hard left, and he'll push out. Shaw, one of the early newcomers that had a tremendous role back in his freshman season, has been battling injuries, but boy, can that young man play. And USC answers right back.
And a quick middle play. It looked like UCSB wasn't expecting that. They didn't get a full block up on that middle blocker for USC.
So USC starting Lucas Frassrind, Brandon Browning, Cole Paxson, Chris Hall, Sam Cobrine, Liam Schrader, and Simon Gallas. As for UC Santa Barbara, Haoshin Shah, Ryan Pecksock, Ryan Wilcox, Brandon Hicks, Patrick Paragas, Sam Collins, and Reese Tracy.
And a little confusing play there. Sam Cobrine with a smart play off the block and out, using that UCSB block.
That's lifted. And a good try by Shaw. Here come the Trojans. Shaw again with the left, too strong and out.
And Shaw actually clipping the block of USC. That's up ref Rick McLaughlin, or excuse me, Rich Olmstead giving that call.
Rick Olmstead, the up ref today, the down ref Robin Burton, and your line judges Slater Bird and Marla O'Hara. Pecksock almost got to it, the diving dig, but the point goes back to USC. Here's Chris Hall on the back line. Hall lets it fly, and it's too long and out.
So a back and forth game to start off this first set. Hard to tell who's going to start gaining momentum here and establishing dominance.
Here's Reese Tracy. Tracy, the middle blocker out of Palo Alto. Can't color inside the lines. Point goes back to USC. It's a USC team that has struggled over the last couple of years. They're looking to gain some traction. Last year they went 5-13 overall, and a big part of that was due to no fall season because of the pandemic. And they're looking to get right back into the win column. They haven't had the best couple of years, but starting out the season with a win against number 11 UC Santa Barbara would be a great momentum boost for this USC team.
They're unranked, but they are 55-56 versus UCSB, so pretty neck and neck, and this would be a huge win to start their season.
Southern California up early. Here is Liam Schrader. That's Wilcox who handles. Back to Shaw with the left, and USC just unable to handle that hard left hand by Haoshin Shah.
And Shaw there attacking out of the back row. It looks like they're trying to find him in most plays. We've seen most of UCSB attempts go to Shaw early on in this set.
Sam Collins for the serve. Tough handle on a miscommunication, a free ball over. That's Hicks. Oh, man, unable to be handled by Chris Hall. The Gauchos retake the lead.
And Hicks bringing some fire to this game. He passed that ball and called straight away for him to get the set, and he was ready up to attack.
Now Hicks, a junior out of Newport Beach in 2019. He was an all-freshman middle blocker for the Big West Conference. Gauchos figure he's going to be a staple in their offenses here. Oh, man, way to paint the corner on the backside. That's Brandon Browning doing what he does best on the outside hitter.
And for UCSB, they have their setter, number 18, in the front row. So that's going to put a little bit of a smaller block on that right side, which USC is taking advantage of.
Paragas sets the table for Wilcox, but it's picked up by the Trojans. That's Paxson who gets it over. Once again, Wilcox, and they keep it alive. Paragas tried the misdirection, sends it out.
And there you see again another instance of running that 5-1, having your setter front row. They are not as offensive as some of the bigger opposites in the game.
Here's Simon Gallas. Oh man, Brandon Brandon Hicks has some heat on that fastball.
And really impressed with just the energy he's bringing to this game. A little bit of a slow start for both of these teams, and he's firing it up.
This is a Gaucho team coming off a season in which they earned their first NCAA tournament win in 10 years. Now, they don't really have an identity, losing the majority of their rotation. And you have to think that a guy like Brandon Hicks bringing energy early on is going to be a staple moving forward for this team that is still searching for their ID. An answer right back. Here's the rebuttal from Fraswind.
And a straight down hit on that one from Fraswind. He didn't see a UCSB block, so he's going to put that ball to the floor.
Browning right back to it. And into the net. That should be just about the first service error of the game. We haven't seen too many. They've been getting the ball over. Here's Paragas. A block at the net wall formed. Here's a free. Oh, man, great swing from Sam Cobrine.
And if you notice, Sam Cobrine is taking such a short approach. He gets really close to the net, and he's able to swing at those fastballs so well because he shortens that approach.
Cobrine, one of the many out of Corona Del Mar High School. That transfer from UCLA. Houchen shy, able to paint the corner.
And Shaw again, carrying the heavy lifting for UCSB right now, really keeping them in this game and attacking offensively.
The answer right back there, Schrader. We're even here through the first set. Early on, both teams trying to gain some ground. This Gaucho team perennially among the top 3 to 5 in the country. And during my time while watching the Gauchos, it seems like anytime they're underestimated is when they do their best play. Right there, a meet at the net and the ball sent out of bounds. Good look for Sam Collins.
And Sam Collins, a bit of an undersized outside hitter, super smart, looking for hands, looking for ways to tool the block, get those easy points for UCSB.
Tracy with the serve. That's Cobrine who handles, and a punch trying to send it over. Point will go to Santa Barbara. Walk me through it, Katie.
Rick Olmsted calling a double contact on the USC setter. Definitely looked like the setter contacted the ball at 2 different times.
Tracy back for his second serve in a row. It taps the tape, but gets on over, and there is Schrader. Schrader's been key early on for USC, staying in this one, down by just a piece.
And libero Cole Paxson, number 3 for USC, doing a great job receiving that serve. An interesting observation is all the guys on the floor right now don't have knee pads. So they are staying off their knees.
Staying off the block there, Wilcox with a hammer time swing. Both teams have solely rotated just their starters so far. Haven't seen much action off the bench. It's the first match of the season, so I think that's what you'd expect. Looking to dink it over the top, couldn't play off the hands. Right back to him. Gauchos form the wall and send it back where it came from. Brandon Hicks there with it.
And again, Brandon Hicks cheering up his team, giving them that fire. And on that play, UCSB was able to get 3 blockers up on the hitter. Huge for stopping that attacker.
Here's a chance for Gallas, plays it off the hands. Gauchos keep it up. Too strong. It taps off the hands at the net. That is up ref Rick Olmstead, who awards the point to Santa Barbara. Good look for Collins at the net. He's able to play it off the hands and get lucky with the point.
And Tian Shaw with that dig. He is a 6'5" opposite who can play some defense. Keeping that ball alive for UCSB.
It's fairly clear that he is going to be really big this year for the Gauchos. He took the team by storm a couple of years back, as that swing was too long for the Trojans. And regardless of the fans not being in attendance today, Santa Barbara hyping up their own team. You gotta love it heading into the first break of the day. Gauchos up 5 in set 1. You're tuned in to Big West Conference Volleyball on ESPN+. And we're back here in the Thunderdome. USC, they were hanging in. It was blow for blow, but the Gauchos have taken the last 4 points. Gauchos up 5 now, early on in set 1. And Haoshian Shah, Tian has been taking this team by storm. He did it a couple years ago as a freshman. Here he is as a junior, and he's ready to be the guy on this Gaucho rotation.
Huge, 4 kills off 5 attempts, hitting 800. And Brandon Hicks as well, a junior. He's 2 for 2, hitting 1,000. And that just shows some seniority here is leading the team. They're stepping up to a young UCSB squad and really taking control here.
Well, Katie, it's a great point. I spoke earlier today to Ryan Wilcox. Wilcox, the sole returning starter from last season's NCAA team, NCAA tournament team, and Ryan said, hey, we're underdogs, but that's the way that we like to be. We play with our backs to the wall, and we're a really good team. Our opponents just don't know it yet, and we're going to use that to our advantage. Paragis over to Collins, looking to dink it over the top. Gauchos keep it up again. Good communication and a free from Wilcox. Gallas with the dump, but a dive from Paragis. Here's Shaw, swing, and it's off to the wall. Good look for UC Santa Barbara, and out of the break, a tremendous rally.
How versatile from Tian Shaw. He is able to swing and get a kill from the back row, from the front row, out of system, in system. He is a weapon for UCSB.
There's Tian Shaw. Just a little bit too much over the top of that ball, and the side out goes back to USC.
And it looks like he was going for a short serve on that top spin, just missed.
Too strong from Schrader. Gauchos get the sign out right on back.
And for USC, that's their 4th service error compared to just 2 from UC Santa Barbara.
Big reason why it's a 6-point advantage for the Gauchos here. Gotta keep the mistakes clean. Can they get it over? Point stays with Santa Barbara.
An incredible read by Brandon Hicks on that block. He dove into the hitter's angle, really read the play there, showing his smart and experience.
High IQ volleyball from Brandon Hicks. That's what head coach Rick McLaughlin needs out of his team this year. They are so young, but there's so much potential. A block at the net and a good hit from Browning to get the point for USC. Setting the table there was Chris Hall. Hall led USC in assists last season. Here's Simon Gallas. Paragas to Shaw. Can he paint it? You betcha. Hits the back corner and in. How, Sheehan Shaw, how did you do that?
Shaw is skying, hitting over the block and painting the corners. Makes that super hard to defend.
Now Brandon Hicks, we call him an Energizer Bunny. Off the hands, they keep it up. Wilcox too far to the left of the line.
And a missed tip there, but Paragas with such scrappy plays. He is keeping the ball alive and reading where it is misdirecting off the block, showing a super heads-up play.
Just a touch too strong on the serve from Browning.
And another service error from USC. Let's keep a watch on those numbers. Serving in, super effective for obviously giving your team the chance to score, but you have to keep the pressure on the other team with strong serves.
Good look from Sam Cobrine. Cobrine, we talked about how impressive he can be. Experience on this team. He's a leader despite being a transfer.
Definitely brings top tier quality to this USC squad. He's used to playing for a very high ranked team in UCLA.
Shaw had a chance. Gallas keeps it alive. There's Cobrine, met at the net and sent right back.
And UCSB doing a great job at getting a lot of blockers up on out of system plays. So when they know that the set is going outside, they're trying to get 3 blockers up to front that hitter.
Doing a good job of it there. Gauchos within 3 points of set 1. Wilcox with a fireball serve. Gallas able to answer and respond.
And Gallas showing a little Tien Shaw there. He's on the opposite, and on that one, he's hitting over the block.
Gallas, the redshirt sophomore out of Germany. There's Chris Hall with the serve. Collins taps the tape. Must have got the hands at the net. Point goes to the Trojans.
And down ref actually calling a net on the UCSB block.
So a breather here for Coach Rick McLaughlin and the Gauchos. We'll stay with you. We got just a minute for this break. But Santa Barbara doing a great job getting the ball to Haushin Shaw early. Tien Shaw has shown that versatility on the court, but I've been maybe most surprised, most impressed and surprised by Patrick Paragas running the offense through him. He has been really strong as the setter.
Absolutely. He is showing just that drive to keep the ball alive. He's going to do anything he can to lay it all on the floor and provide so that UCSB can win that point. He's setting, he's digging, he's serving tough, and he's also offensive. He's up on the block as they're running a 5-1.
Liam Schrader swinging 1,000 for USC. Both teams struggling on the service aspect of the game. It's a combined 8 service errors early on in this one. But the Gauchos are certainly winning at the block. Big reason why they've been able to stay on top early on in set 1.
And USC 5 service errors in this game versus UC Santa Barbara's 3 service errors. And UC Santa Barbara serving pretty aggressively with only 3 misses. That's a good stat for them.
Here's Chris Hall. Hall into the net. That's the 6th service error of the day for a USC team. Now you expect it. It's the first match of the season for both of these squads, but nonetheless something to clean up moving forward.
And a lot of jump top spin serves, which are going to have more errors, but I like how UCSB is serving because they're putting the pressure on without missing too many.
Gallas met at the net. Here's another chance for Cobrine off the hands, and now point goes to the Trojans.
And Cobrine again taking advantage of that quick set He sees that the UCSB blockers are late, and he snaps it through their hands.
Now Cobrine on the back line. He's ready to go. Too strong from Cobrine, and 1 point away for the Gauchos. They're at set point in this first set of the day.
And can Tian Shaw close the game out here?
Here's Tian Shaw. Strong left. They set the table, and it's in. That's Liam Schrader, who keeps his perfect hitting percentage.
And Liam Schrader at 6'8" is pretty hard to stop here. He's contacting the ball at a very high point above the UCSB block, and he's hitting it quick.
Jamison McKibben in for the first time today. He's the first substitute for either team replacing a starter. McKibben on the back line. Here he goes. Paragas sets it, hits, kills it, and the Gauchos take set one. It's 1-0 here in favor of Santa Barbara over USC as we kick off the UCSB A6 Invitational on ESPN+.
Local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
The human body is in a constant state of recovery. But healing isn't a life sentence. It's a choice. When it's adversity that fuels us to push the limits of what we're capable of, we commit ourselves to the reach. Whether an injury is years, days, or hours old, your recovery begins now. When the goal is excellence and pain isn't an option, the solution is simple. We are ProBam. You bring the talent, we bring the relief.
UC Santa Barbara, where beauty meets brilliance. A dynamic environment that prizes academic inquiry and creativity to generate discoveries with wide-ranging impact. We are diverse in our pursuits, yet connected in our collective drive toward excellence. We are community-driven and globally focused, independent thinkers and consensus builders. This inspirational setting, this collaborative community, this is UC Santa Barbara.
Don't get stuck in traffic. Relax and leave the driving to us. Offering daily trips to and from LAX. Visit our website at spairbus.com or call us to learn more.
As a local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
What is the Big West? The Big West is where the Aloha spirit meets California cool. It's a place of unlimited opportunity on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. We're built different in the Big West. We find a way to win with hustle, heart, and hard work. What is the Big West? It's the place where dreams come true. The Big West. Only the bold.
Look around. You may not be able to see our technology, but it's there.
On the court or on the field, winning is the goal. At Logic Monitor, we're driven by the needs of our customers
and our goal of providing them with the best IT experience possible.
Our cloud-based platform monitors everything, from the systems supporting professional sports teams
to e-learning
to modern businesses.
We're all one team,
and we're here to beat the competition
by delivering the world's best monitoring and observability platform.
And we're back here in Robb Gymnasium, the start of the season for UC Santa Barbara and USC. And the Gauchos took the first set of the year up 1-0 over the Trojans. Haoxian Xia has been swinging it well, but really USC has struggled on their serves.
And UCSB with an 85% side-out percentage, and that's really showing what the USC struggling on their serves is providing for UCSB. So not only is USC erring a lot on their serves, but they're not putting the pressure on UCSB when they are making those serves in. So USC is going to look to clean up those service errors, but also they need to be more aggressive from the service line in getting their serves in and hard.
So the Gauchos have been winning that battle on the back line. There's Paragas who lets it go, and we're underway in set 2. A tough look for Cobrine for the free ball over. Shaw doing what he does best. Great dig by Browning. Point goes to Santa Barbara. Who made the call on that one, Katie?
And up ref Rick Olmstead calling a double contact on Chris Hall, the setter. That's his second double contact of this match.
There's Hall setting the table for Gallas. Collins kept it up. Another chance in the free for the Gauchos. Was it off the hands? It went out, no doubt. What's the call here?
Looks like it went off the top of Ryan Wilcox's head on the way out.
Now up ref Rick Olmstead meeting with line judges Slater Bird and Marlo O'Hara, making sure the call is right. That's Chris Hall right next to him, pleading his case. Point goes to Santa Barbara.
And that may have been a lucky break for the Gauchos. It did look like Ryan Wilcox had a touch there on the way out.
When you get 3 at the net, it seems almost inevitable somebody's going to touch it.
Right.
Cobrine answers right back, no doubt about that one.
And then more in-system play there for USC. The last play, Sam Cobrine was a bit out of place. He was at the net and the set was off the net.
And we talked about how short he plays too, Katie.
So if that set isn't in the small window, it's not going to be a connection.
Looking to dump it over the top, Wilcox finds his spot.
And showing that experience, he went with an off-pace shot over the block.
Wilcox able to sneak it in. Now he's on the back line, ready to serve. Wilcox a fastball and kisses the line.
And that's what we expect from Ryan Wilcox. He led the Big West last year in aces. That serve has so much pace, the passer wasn't even able to make a move to pass it.
Another chance for Wilcox, this time handled. And Cobrine with the retaliation move. Back and forth we go. But Sam Cobrine has really impressed today. This is what we expected from the graduate out of UCLA. He's played in one of the best programs of the country, and UCLA starting this season at number 2. But Cobrine knows what it takes to win volleyball matches. So does Hausch and Shaw. Shaw off the block and off the hands. Point goes to Santa Barbara.
Making it look easy. He's just going off hands. He's going through the block. And big props to Ryan Pecksock, the libero. He is placing his passes perfectly in system.
Into the net there. Reese Tracy with the service error. Gauchos looking for another side out. Here's Cobrine. Pecksock handles. Paragas looking for Wilcox in the slam.
Wow, Ryan Wilcox just hanging in the air on that one. He is running a set from the back row. He has to take off in front of that 10-foot line, but he is landing well past it with his hops.
Wilcox came out of nowhere in the middle of the court for that one. That kissed the top of the tape. Hall sets it for Gallas, and it's in.
And Gallas, a huge threat and weapon for USC. If they can continue to get passes to the net, they're going to be able to set him more, and they're going to side out a lot more.
Here's Schrader. Too strong on the serve from Liam Schrader. Gauchos had that big run in the middle of set one, and they've been in control ever since, just seemingly cemented in the driver's seat. Sam Collins. Hall sets it, and right off the top of the hand from Frasrand, he's able to get it in.
USC relying heavily on their middles and opposites here.
Here's Gallas into the net. That's another service error for USC. They've really struggled today in terms of getting those serves over the net. And at some point you have to think that the goal should not be trying to get the ace, but just to put the ball in play.
It's hard to gain momentum when you can't string together a few points.
Off the hands, Collins keeps it up. Hicks cross court, Shaw with the left. Oh man, what a swing from Haushin Shaw.
And Brandon Hicks doing a great job at setting Tian Shaw up in that out-of-system play. Again, it is a huge gain to have someone who can hit from anywhere, back row, front row, and that's what Tian Shaw is doing for UCSB right now.
Here's Hicks. Just a touch too long. Point goes back to the Trojans. They complete the side out.
And that's a good miss. He's going super aggressive on that serve. He misses by inches on the back line. So there's the opportunity for a passer to guess that it's maybe in and take it. So a lot better than a miss in the net.
Collins handles, Paragas looking for Shaw again, off the hands and out.
And has Tian Shaw made an error?
Shaw is swinging at 70% right now. No errors on the day. That is his 9th kill of the afternoon as well.
Incredible.
Handled by Paxson. Off the block. That's kept alive. That's Pexock. Shaw off the hands and out. Call it kill number 10.
And I think Tian Shaw has tooled the block in about every way possible. He's going off high hands, out of bounds, to the right side, to the left side, to his own side. Incredible range.
Gallas taps the hand. Shaw keeps it up. Here's a chance for Wilcox. Now Cobrine. Back and forth we go. Cobrine met by Shaw, and he sends it straight on down.
Wow, and what a dig by Patrick Paragas. He just took that mid-play off his chest, super relaxed. It popped straight up, perfect dig, keeping that play in system.
Paragas has run the distribution end, but Haushin Shaw is really killing this one to infinity and beyond for Shaw with 10 kills today. Gauchos up 6 in set 2.
Look around. You may not be able to see our technology, but it's there.
On the court or on the field, winning is the goal. At Logic Monitor, we're driven by the needs of our customers
and our goal of providing them with the best IT experience possible.
Our cloud-based platform monitors everything, from the systems supporting professional sports teams
to e-learning
to modern businesses.
We're all one team.
And we're here to beat the competition
by delivering the world's best monitoring and observability platform.
As a local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
And we're back here in Rob Gym with UC Santa Barbara on top of USC by a set and an additional 6 points here in set 2. Tian Shaw with 10 kills this afternoon, leading the charge for either squad. And Patrick Paragas, 14 assists and 5 digs on the distribution end.
Tian Shaw doing so much for this team. He not only is providing 7 higher kills than the next leading hitter, Ryan Wilcox, but he's also defending, he's blocking. He scored so many points for UCSB, but what I love about him is he's a team player. He's just doing it for his team. There's nothing showy about it, but they definitely want to get him the ball.
Sam Cobrine leading the charge for USC. Pretty frank, they're going to him a lot. He's had 17 total chances today with 7 kills. Out of the break, a good look for Frassrind. Lucas Frassrind able to end a run.
That's an incredible kill by Frassrind. I think the key for USC here is to get their passes in system so that they can set their middles and their opposites more, because they are both very effective.
Paragas sets it up. Let's see what the call was. It'll go in favor of the Trojans. That was down ref Robin Burton who made the call.
And Burton calling a net on Patrick Paragas on that set attempt, and it looks like he just barely nicked the net.
Paragas for Shaw and in.
And Shaw again finding the open court even on an offset. He's able to stay behind that ball and put it to a good spot.
Wilcox, hard hand, that's kept alive by Paxson. Free ball from Cobrine. Peksock over to Shaw with the left. Just a little too strong and out cross court.
And a rare error there by Tian Shaw. Also love Ryan Peksock, the libero. He is doing such a great job at setting when Paragas digs the ball. Ryan Peksock, the libero, becomes the setter, and he is putting his hitters in system.
They set it up for Collins and a block at the net. That was Gallas who formed the wall with Schrader.
So for USC on that right side, we have a 6'8" blocker and a 6'8" middle. So that's going to be a tall wall for them.
Tall wall handled. USC is right back in this one. It's the UCSB A6 Invitational on ESPN+.
The human body is in a constant state of recovery, but healing isn't a life sentence. It's a choice. When it's adversity that fuels us to push the limits of what we're capable of, we commit ourselves to the reach. Whether an injury is years, days, or hours old, your recovery begins now. When the goal is excellence and pain isn't an option, the solution is simple. We are ProBand. You bring the talent, we bring the relief.
And we're back in Rob Jim with USC cutting this one just a touch closer. Trojans down by just 3 to Santa Barbara, who just a moment ago had a 6-point advantage. Trojans ready to serve here as we come back from the break. It'll be Chris Hall who has the ball in hand. Trojans have cleaned up their service errors. It was Peksock who handled and off the hands. Point will go to the Gauchos on the kill from Tracy.
And a big stat differential here. UC Santa Barbara with 9 blocks compared to USC's 2 blocks.
Gauchos certainly dominating play at the net. Cobrine struggles to handle the serve. Can they keep it alive? The free ball. Paragas to Hicks. That's a nice dig from Hall. And in, good look from Gallas. Able to finish where nobody was.
And what a set by outside hitter Sam Cobrine. You mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, but he is listed as an outside hitter, an opposite, and a setter. So a very versatile player, ready to step in and do any skill.
In that point, it looked like Santa Barbara, as Cobrine gets the ace, looked like Santa Barbara had the advantage. It was a good serve. They struggled to handle it initially, but USC doing a great job to get their footing in this one. This was a 6-point deficit a moment ago. Now it is cut to 2, and Cobrine here to look to make it 1. Not if Shaw has much to do with it. He had a good swing. Paragas back to Shaw. Did that stay alive? I guess they're saying it did. Meet at the wall, and the point goes to Santa Barbara.
And Chris Hall with a dig off of his foot on that play. So he missed the ball with his platform, but it bounced onto his foot and up, keeping that ball alive.
Here's Shaw. Hall sets the table for Gallas on the right side.
And those are the plays that USC needs to do more. A perfect pass up to Chris Hall. He was able to set all 3 of his hitters, and he places it onto that opposite hitter who goes OT.
Katie, if I'm not mistaken, I would say that was perfectly in system.
Perfectly in system.
We're
You
learning.
got that right.
We're learning here, Katie. Brandon Hicks able to retaliate. He'll metal it in.
Wow, Brandon Hicks using that fire to squeak that kill in. It wasn't a perfect pass, but Paragas did a great job at getting the ball to Hicks, and he's ready to go.
Paragas with his 17th assist of the afternoon. Now Sam Collins ready to roll. Collins lets it fly. Free ball over. Paragas sets it up. Hicks at the net. Short-handed. Able to finish toward the back line.
What a play there by Hicks. He did a great job at blocking the first play. Then he gets a free ball, passes that, and goes right up to hit the ball. And he is 5 for 5, hitting 1,000 right now.
Hicks with his 5th kill of the afternoon. That goes with 3 blocks as well. He's leading either squad. Oh, good misdirection by Frasrin. Just couldn't get it in. Shaw blocked at the net. The wall was made. That was Brandon Browning doing what he does best.
And Shaw hitting from the back row, but USC is ready. They've seen how UCSB feeds Shaw, and they're lining up early on him for the block.
Gallas with the serve. Miscommunication, and the point stays with Santa Barbara, Katie?
And a net violation call for USC. UCSB there running a tricky play. I think USC got a little confused and their blockers got caught in the net.
So here is Brandon Hicks after the block of the last play. He's on the back line. Chris Hall, captain for USC, just looking for an explanation from down ref Robin Burton. Hicks sends it high and over. Hall sets the table, and a good kill from Browning.
And Browning using that quick set, the middle blocker for USC really drew the block for UCSB, so Browning didn't have blockers up on that swing.
Now Browning, the 6'4" senior out of Corona Del Mar, California. He's ready to go on the back line. Far more experienced USC team than a UC Santa Barbara team. Gauchos have maybe one active senior on their team, and I believe that's Ryan Wilcox. He's listed as a junior in terms of his eligibility, but this is his 4th year at the school. And back-to-back sideouts for both squads. The ball goes back to USC. But other than Wilcox, the majority of this team is sophomores. If you look at the roster up and down, there are 7 freshmen and a whole lot of second-year players. So you can tell that they've been learning from those guys that brought this team to the NCAA tournament last year. But the potential is there. They just need to put it all together. Wilcox able to get the kill.
And Wilcox there hitting on the opposite. You usually see him on the outside, but he can get a kill from anywhere. Back row, on the outside, or opposite. So a very comparable player to Tian Shaw. And to have 2 guys on the squad that are so versatile is huge.
Wilcox has been all conference since he was a freshman. You knew from the start that he had a ton of potential. Wilcox picks it up. Here's Paragas, back over to Shaw. They're met at the net, but Wilcox keeps it alive. There's a good look from Reese. Tracy, it's off of his hands, and the point goes back to USC. Reese Tracy at the net. Good look at the net for the Trojans, able to play it off the block.
Yeah, that was a good finish for them to that point, and they needed that play to stay in this match. They're going to look to score 3 here to tie it up.
Shaw with the left. He almost painted the back line. There's a block. They keep it up. Cobrine sends it high, and the free ball from Gallas. He can't get it over.
And an impressive dig there by Cole Paxson. He was locked in, ready to go, ready to keep that ball alive for USC.
Paxson with the shoulder dig. He kept it up, but Trojans just couldn't get that free over. See Peksak coming off. Reese Tracy with the serve. Cobrine met at the net. Net violation, and USC with the point.
And another big point for USC. They're going to need to keep siding out and scoring at least 1 to stay in this game.
Tracy out, Peksak in. Peksak has handled the majority of the serve reception today. Collins got a hand under it. Hall sets it for Gallas, who sends it straight down.
And Gallas, another swing where there was barely 1 blocker up. So he's seeing a lot of plays where there are 0 to 1 blockers up, and he is hitting well over that blocker.
Gallas with 16 chances today, 6 kills to go along with it. That's Wilcox coming from the heart of the court. Here's a chance for USC. Cobrine gets it over. Paragas to Peksak. Here's Shaw with the left. He nearly painted it in. Good save from Cobrine. Off the hands and in. Point to USC. Good look from the right side. That was Liam Schrader.
And USC doing a lot better job at defending Tian Shaw. They're keeping those balls alive and giving them a chance to score.
Gauchos up just 1 in set 2. It's coming down to the wire here to see who has the advantage heading into the 3rd one. We'll be right back on ESPN+.
We all love UCSB.
We all want to be back on campus.
So together, we wear masks.
We keep a safe distance.
And we wash our hands frequently.
On campus, in Isla Vista, or at home.
With the hope that we can return to walks along the arbor.
Study sessions in the library.
Collaborations in the lab.
In the studio, and in the SRB.
Folks, welcome on back in here. It's a 1-point set, number 2. UC Santa Barbara on top of USC. No fans in the stands today for the season opener and the opener of the UCSB A6 Invitational. Folks, remember to social distance. Remember to wash your hands. Hopefully we get back to normal in no time. Here is Sam Cobrine looking to tie things up for the Trojans. Collins, can he handle? No, he cannot. It's now an even set, number 2.
And USC doing a much better job at getting those serves not only in, but aggressive. And they're really targeting number 23, Sam Collins, on that service reception.
Collins handles Paragas to Hicks. That was a tough set to handle, and USC has now taken the lead. They are currently on a 5-0 scoring run.
And Sam Cobrine on that serve mixed it up a little bit. He did a hybrid jump top float serve to Sam Collins, which Collins handled well.
This time Wilcox handles, and it's out. They can't get Cobrine fixed. Good look for Sam Cobrine on the back line. He's led this team to 6 straight points.
And it's impressive how he can change up his serve. So there he did a true jump top spin. You're seeing much different spin and trajectory of the ball with whichever serve he chooses.
In for Cobrine. Set point in set 2. Sam Cobrine has handed USC 7 straight points.
Wow, Sam Cobrine serving USC from 18 to 24.
And Cobrine into the net that ends a 7-0 run. Gauchos have all but a chance to come back in set 2. Santa Barbara initially took the first set, and might I add, pretty handily. Now Haushin Shaw on the back line. Still set point for the Trojans. Shaw gets it in. Oh, the misdirection. They can't get the point yet. Gallas to the middle of the court, and he finishes. It's an even match. Trojans take the second set, and we're knotted up at 1 apiece. We'll be right back with the UCSB A6 Invitational here on ESPN+.
I feel great to be on campus. I'm so happy to finally meet people, and it feels so welcoming, and I'm like, it finally gets back to normal, and my roommate's awesome, so that's amazing. And I'm excited to do my labs in person.
It feels great because it's really lively. It's really easy to meet people, and I was going around, just talk to anyone. They're always down to chat.
Really exciting, just coming and seeing everyone here, the fairs, the clubs. It's just really cool to meet new people, and especially people that are going through the same experiences as me. Being here for the first time, kind of nerve-wracking, but everyone's super welcoming, which is nice.
It's unbelievable. Like, for us second years, it's basically like our first year, because it's like we haven't experienced that before, so it's amazing. It feels great.
I mean, there's so many people around you, so there's like a different energy that comes with it, and it's super easy to meet new people.
It's really cool. Like, it's so different from being at home all the time through the last few months, but it's really nice. Love to be here, love to meet all the new people here. It's really cool.
It feels really great. It feels a little different and new because I'm not used to seeing so many people on campus right now.
Just really excited to be here, meet some new people, try some new things, and just enjoy myself, yeah.
It's a little overwhelming. I haven't been around this many people in a while, but it's definitely exciting getting to talk to people and make new friends and figure out about the clubs and organizations that are going on.
It feels wonderful to be back on campus. It's just so beautiful, and this campus is right here on the beach. As soon as you look out the library window, you can see the ocean while you're studying or reading a book. It's very marvelous.
It's amazing. It's great to see a lot of faces. I know UCSB's put in a tremendous amount of effort to keep it safe but fun at the same time. UCSB and all the other rest of the UCs are doing a great job to bring us back here to accomplish the goal for us to all learn and achieve our dreams.
As a local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
UC Santa Barbara, where beauty meets brilliance. A dynamic environment that prizes academic inquiry and creativity to generate discoveries with wide-ranging impact. We are diverse in our pursuits, yet connected in our collective drive toward excellence. We are community-driven and globally focused, independent thinkers and consensus builders. This inspirational setting, this collaborative community, this is UC Santa Barbara.
And we're back here in Rob Gym. It's an even one match. UC Santa Barbara took the first set early on, 25-19. USC is fired back, winning set 2, 25-22. Here we are for the third set of the afternoon in the inaugural game of the UCSB A6 Invitational. I'm Max Kelton, joined alongside by Katie Spieler in the house today. And the first serve of set 3, Brandon Browning straight into the tape.
And USC serving really fired their team up to that win. So let's look to see if they can keep that momentum going in this third set.
Trojans finish set 2 with a 7-1 run, led by that man, Sam Cobrine. There's Gallas, he's blocked at the net. Santa Barbara up early.
And Santa Barbara showing their blocking prowess. They finished set 2 with 11 blocks compared to USC's 4.
The set for Gallas, so Collins got under it. Tough set from Paragas. That was on the tape at the net, and Shaw just couldn't quite get to it to get a clean hit off.
Great effort by Sam Collins to try to keep that ball alive with the cover. He's laying it all out, scooping digs, diving on the floor, giving it his all.
Brandon Hicks might be an energy player. Sam Collins is a hustle player. At times, Shaw lays out for it. The free ball from Wilcox. Hall sets it up. Oh, straight at Pecksock. Good look that time from Schrader.
And again, UCSB having trouble defending the USC middle blocker. They're running that middle fast, and it's hard to get a blocker up in front.
Paragas to Shaw with the left, and they get it over. There's Wilcox, Colum Kilcox. Good swing on the right side.
And an incredible save by Patrick Paragas to keep that tight pass on UCSB's side. Not only keep it on their side, but lay up a perfect set for Ryan Wilcox.
And Wilcox, the serve specialist, able to get the ace here. A mistake at the net from Hall. Wilcox does many things well while he's on the court, but serving might be his best attribute. That's kept alive by Pecksock, trying to kiss the back corner. Gallas met at the net, the wall formed by Collins and Tracy, but Gallas able to play it off the hands and in.
And what a dig by Ryan Pecksock. So impressive to see these guys scoop digging. The ball is being hit so fast that they're not able to get their platform together. So they're literally just scooping that ball into the air. It's so impressive.
Looks like these balls are coming at you at maybe 150 miles an hour. There's Shaw and Hall able to get under it. Cobrine with a chance. Paxson keeps it alive. Cobrine again. Now it's another meet at the net. The joust. Shaw taps it out. Point goes to USC.
And Shaw doing such a great job at stealing his block. He knows that Cobrine wants to tool, but Cobrine still able to get the ball off of Shaw's block and out and score that point. Such a smart player.
Right when you think UC Santa Barbara is gaining some momentum, the Trojans come right back in it. This is a gritty team. That's Tracy who got the kill.
Incredibly gritty team. It shows just in this first match of the year that they will not let the ball drop without grinding, diving to keep it alive. They are willing to sacrifice everything.
And you have to imagine, Katie, that the experience is playing into that factor. This Gaucho team is young, but the Trojans, they have a lot more years. There's a block at the net. There's Brandon Hicks and Sam Collins sending that baby right back where it came from.
And a solid seal there. Brandon Hicks making it all the way to couple with Sam Collins and seal that block.
Hicks with his 4th block of the afternoon. Here's Reese Tracy. Gallas had a chance. Now the Gauchos. Shaw with the left and out.
And a rare miss for Shaw there. Just missed long.
Shaw, just his 3rd error of the afternoon. Cobrine with a hard swing. And there's Wilcox retaliating in the middle.
Cobrine with so much pace on that serve, but Wilcox bringing just a little bit more pace on that return kill.
Ryan Wilcox, he's reminiscent of a player like Rowan Ennis. It just seems so natural, and he slows the game down in such a way. Shaw into the net on the serve.
And Ryan Wilcox, we talk about his success at UCSB, but he was also a 2-time player of the state in Hawaii. So he's coming from Punahou, which is a world-renowned high school in Hawaii, and then he is carrying that 2-time state player. That's an extremely tall order from that incredible producing state.
And across the net from Wilcox, he's playing against a former teammate in Jamison McKibben, who also played at Punahou with him. A lot of teammates from their high school days in this match today. And you look at a school like Corona Del Mar that produces a ton of just high-quality volleyball players. And I mean, if you look up and down these rosters, there's Miracosta High School and Palos Verdes. You know, that area of Newport Beach and Manhattan Beach, they produce some of the best in the country.
A lot of players on both teams reigning from California. And then we have the 2 international players who have played big-time roles tonight.
We talk about Haoshin Shaw out of Beijing, China, and then Simon Gallas out of Germany. Oh, man, a couple of good saves. USC gets bailed out by up-ref Rick Olmstead on that one.
And that play showcasing what this UCSB squad is all about. Although they didn't score that point, they're laying it all out on the line to keep that ball alive.
Pecksock with the diving save, then met by Wilcox. But ultimately, the side out for USC. Here is Gallas. Collins handles. Paragas looking for Wilcox. He'll get it in off the hands.
And Wilcox has such a fast arm. He's beating that block, even though the block may be taller than him. He just finds a way with that pace.
Wilcox swinging 500 today. 8 kills on 14 attempts. Browning and Wilcox able to handle. Now on the offensive end, he puts it where nobody is.
Wow, and Brandon Hicks stepping in to set that ball, and he added a little jump set there. He just wants to help out his team as much as he can.
Hicks with a smile on his face as he heads to the back line for the serve. Might have gone too long, but they kept it in and took the point away.
And a good attack from Sam Cobrine coming out of the back row. And you'll see when the middle blocker is back serving and playing defense, the opposing side is going to look to get the ball to them. They're not as experienced on defense, so that's a good strategy by Sam Cobrine.
Cobrine maybe the most experienced on either team today. There's Wilcox playing it off the hands, and the point goes back to Santa Barbara for Wilcox. That is his 10th kill of the afternoon. He's the second Gaucho to reach double figures.
And I think what sets Wilcox apart is his ability to terminate in out-of-system plays. So he's always ready for that set to be a little off, a little outside, and he's able to get a kill.
Able to adjust. Those are the best aspects. Oh my goodness! What was that, Katie? I haven't seen a swing like that since the 80s. That's unbelievable.
We call that a roundhouse. That is a great play. Not everyone can do it, and he's just shown he's able to put away anything.
Ryan Wilcox, roundhouse, windmill, whatever you want to call it. Gauchos up 5, heading into the break on ESPN+.
When someone is called a fighter, it's not a measure of their wins, losses, or title belts. It's a measure of resilience, perseverance, and determination. It's grit in the face of challenges, opponents, and most importantly, pain. Don't let pain put you against the ropes. Choose to keep fighting. Choose to heal. We are Pro Band. You bring the talent.
Ryan Wilcox is cruising through set 3. And the Gauchos find themselves up 5 over USC. Santa Barbara led by Tian Shaw in set 1. Set 2 was all Sam Cobrine toward the end of it for USC. Ending that run on a 7-1 swing in favor of the Trojans. That tied this one up. Here we are in the third set, and Ryan Wilcox has taken over. 11 kills for Wilcox today. That's nearly a 60 hitting percentage. And here is Patrick Paragas on the back line, looking to extend this 5-point advantage. Cobrine too strong, and across the court, it's out.
And big props to the UCSB blockers. They are funneling Sam Cobrine really well, taking care of that net. So he is having to do a little extra and misses wide.
Hall sets it for Cobrine, and it's in just on the line. He's able to kiss that little nudge.
And Cobrine going back super aggressive on that second swing. That's what you want to see. You make an error, you come back more aggressive.
Cobrine, his 11th kill of the afternoon. Collins gets it up, miscommunication.
And a miscommunication there between Paragas and Ryan Peckstock. On that play, he needs to step in, take that ball. It's a little too far from Paragas.
And you got to think that this is one of the first matches where these starters are playing together for UC Santa Barbara. You think about last year, they had 5 AVCA All-Americans. A guy like Randy DeWeese, Keenan Sanders, Casey McGarry. I mean, it was really a lineup that was peppered with All-American players, and they had been playing together for years and years. However, this season, Santa Barbara not only has to find its identity, but maybe its chemistry playing together.
An impressive start for them, even amidst all the changes. It really shows that they're creating their own energy. They're firing each other up to kind of create that chemistry. It may not be there in full right now, but they're working towards it.
And what's so interesting about it is, as this point argued in favor of the Gauchos, Rick Olmsted calls Santa Barbara with the point right there. It looked like it was a plate off the hands, but what's really interesting is it's Frank, the puzzle pieces that you can see for UC Santa Barbara. The pieces are there, but Coach Rick McLaughlin just has to put the pieces together where they fit.
And what a coach to do that. He is so impressive. He's not only just a respected person in our Santa Barbara community, but completely respected in the entire volleyball world, being named the Coach of the Year 2 times in a row. What an honor.
Unbelievable. Not just Conference Coach of the Year. That is a national honor 2 years in a row for head coach Rick McLaughlin. And now in his 14th season, he's looking for another dominant year. The question is just, how is he going to find his yellow brick road with these players? And I think he has a lot of really strong pieces. You can see them individually showing off their talent and their skill. And once they hit mid-season form, this team is going to be a squad to be reckoned with. USC, on the other hand, tremendous experience. I think the leadership is going to really enhance this team moving forward. And a reminder that head coach Jeff Nygaard for USC is not even in the house today. And manning the head coaching duties today is Gary Sato, his 7th season as an associate with USC. Coburn able to handle, but you know, this is a USC team that they have good experience, they have good potential, they just have to put it together as well. It's early on in the season, that's what both these teams are looking to do, as Collins able to get the kill on the left side.
All of these matches this weekend are about experience. They're about gaining the players on the court and the chemistry of the squad so that going into conference play, we know what we're working with. USC, we get that lineup. UCSB, we get that chemistry, we get the leadership. So it's all about gaining experience for both of these squads.
There's Collins just off the top of the tape. Here's a chance for Gallas off the hands. Collins keeps it up. Now Shaw with the left and in.
And another play where Collins is just doing what it takes to keep that ball alive, no matter what it looks like. And then Paragas finding Shaw in the back row.
Might not be on the stat sheet, but you can see how much of a difference maker Sam Collins is for this team. Firing this team up, making sure the hustle plays have his name on it. There he is with the serve. Hall lets it go for Browning, misdirection, and in right in front of the back line. Browning with the kill for USC.
And Browning doing a good job at setting out USC's offense. He's providing consistent kills in pretty crucial times.
Here's the 6'8" German. Gallas with the serve. Collins gets it high. Wilcox, cross court for Shaw, too strong.
And a good set by Wilcox, but Shaw misses long, a rare error. Pressure that Gallas is putting from the service line is going to be key for instigating that comeback for his squad.
USC found themselves down in the second set, but the serving of Sam Coburn was really the key in getting them right back into it. They had won a 7-1 flip to take set 2. Here we are in the third set. We're even at 1 apiece, and the Gauchos up 5, looking to close this one out and retake the advantage. Brandon Hicks into the net, and the side out for USC.
So a couple of back-to-back service errors. Let's look to see if USC keeps going aggressive. I think they're going to need to go for their serves here in order to spark a big comeback.
Brandon Browning, the guy to do it. Senior sends it long. Gauchos within 4 of the third set. Here's Patrick Paragas, who has erupted as the setter for Santa Barbara this season. Free ball over. Shot to Paragas, right back to Shaw off the hands. They keep it up. Once again, nice job from Paxson to keep it alive. Gallas plays it off the block. Cobrine too strong in the fastball long.
And Cobrine looking for hands there. He swung high and flat, but he just missed the UCSB block.
For Cobrine, that's his 7th error of the afternoon. For the Gauchos, they have 8 altogether as a team. It's set 3 here. Gauchos looking to take the advantage once again in the opening game of the UCSB A6 Invitational.
Don't get stuck in traffic. Relax and leave the driving to us. Offering daily trips to and from LAX. Visit our website at sbairbus.com or call us to learn more.
The human body is in a constant state of recovery. But healing isn't a life sentence. It's a choice. When it's adversity that fuels us to push the limits of what we're capable of. We commit ourselves to the reach. Whether an injury is years, days, or hours old, your recovery begins now. When the goal is excellence and pain isn't an option, the solution is simple. We are ProBand. You bring the talent, we bring the relief.
And Santa Barbara 3 points away from taking the 2-1 advantage over USC here in the 3rd set at Rob Gym on the campus of UC Santa Barbara. And that'll help. Patrick Paragas with the ace.
And Paragas, a huge serve out of that timeout. It's always a little bit hard to find your momentum back after a break, and he just faces it fearlessly.
Paragas with 30 assists today to go along with 8 digs as well. Gallas, oh man, kept alive by Pexa. Can't do it 2 times in a row. Good play off the block. That was really good job by USC to form the wall right there. Frassrand along with Hall.
Yeah, USC is doing a great job at sealing that block, but what a dig by Ryan Pexoff. He is just taking hard bullets to the chest, popping them up to keep the ball alive. Austin
Stewart, the freshman out of Manhattan Beach, California. It's his first minutes in a regular season NCAA Division I volleyball game. Shaw off the hands and out.
Good swing there by Shaw on the outside. And an aggressive serve by number 2 for USC, coming on in cold off the bench. Impressive serve.
Starters back in for the Trojans. Wilcox, set point. Diving, save by Browning. There's Gallas off the hands and down. Shaw sets the block. He's along with Tracy. They're along with Collins. And the Gauchos are along with a 2-1 advantage as we head into the 4th set of the day. You're watching the UCSB A6 Invitational here on ESPN+.
Local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people. There's a place where you'll feel good about what you're eating. Because we start every day with fresh grilled proteins and produce. And because we care as much about giving back as we do about the quality of our food. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
What is the Big West? The Big West is where the Aloha spirit meets California cool. It's a place of unlimited opportunity on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. We're built different in the Big West. We find a way to win with hustle, heart, and hard work. What is the Big West? It's the place where dreams come true. The Big West. Only the bold.
As a local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
UC Santa Barbara, where beauty meets brilliance. A dynamic environment that prizes academic inquiry and creativity to generate discoveries with wide-ranging impact. We are diverse in our pursuits, yet connected in our collective drive toward excellence. We are community-driven and globally focused, independent thinkers and consensus builders. This inspirational setting, this collaborative community, this is UC Santa Barbara.
Don't get stuck in traffic. Relax and leave the driving to us. Offering daily trips to and from LAX. Visit our website at spairbus.com or call us to learn more.
The human body is in a constant state of recovery. But healing isn't a life sentence. It's a choice. When it's adversity that fuels us to push the limits of what we're capable of. We commit ourselves to the reach. Whether an injury is years, days, or hours old, your recovery begins now. When the goal is excellence and pain isn't an option, the solution is simple. We are ProBand. You bring the talent, we bring the relief.
And welcome back to Rob Jim as we get ready for the fourth set today between UC Santa Barbara and USC. It's the inaugural game of the UCSB ASICS Invitational here on ESPN+. I'm Max Kelton, joined by the three-time gold medalist Katie Spieler. Gauchos up 2-1 over USC after the first three sets of the day, looking to take the advantage and the match. There's Gallas into the hands. Browning to Collins. Collins dives to keep it alive. Wilcox with the right and the kill.
And a great play to summarize the UCSB squad there. Run down dig by Sam Collins, and then Paragas doing a great job at spreading the ball to Ryan Wilcox, and he's able to tool and get that kill.
Wilcox with his 13th kill of the afternoon. There's the serve from Paragas. Nice chance from Schrader. Liam Schrader has been so efficient today, and we're even here in set 4.
Liam Schrader getting a kill almost every time he gets that set. He's so consistent, and he's someone that USC can rely on to get them points.
Now Schrader on the back line. He's swinging at 71% today. That's the best for USC. And Wilcox able to answer right on back. He responds with his 14th kill of the day.
And that's the second time that ball has hit Chris Hall's foot. On that play, it didn't pop up perfectly for the dig, but previously we saw a perfect dig off his foot.
Hall has a future in soccer if this volleyball stuff doesn't work out. Hall sets it for Browning. It's met at the net. A lot of connection with the net. And the point will go to USC on a violation. Simon Gallas on the back line. Gallas straight into the net.
And looking at statistics here, we see a pretty similar kill number for USC and UC Santa Barbara, but where things get different is when we look at service errors. USC with 17 versus UC Santa Barbara's 11.
USC has just hit the twine too much on those serves, and Gallas does it again there. Point goes back to the Gauchos. Santa Barbara looking to get some early momentum here in this fourth set. They certainly don't want it to go 5 because, Katie, we all know anything can happen in that 5th set, regardless of the momentum heading in from the first 4. Here's Reese Tracy. Tracy right over the top of the tape. Chance for Gallas, too long. It was tipped at the net. It was Rick Olmstead, the up ref, who made that call.
And a good eye by Rick Olmstead. That was a minuscule touch by UCSB, but he caught it, made the right call.
We are contractually obligated to agree with whatever Rick says today. Got a foot on the line from Browning. First time we've seen that this afternoon.
The referees are on it today. And I do want to mention Rick Olmstead, such a legend. He was actually the high school coach for Karch Karai when he was at Santa Barbara High. So we got a ref up there who coached argumentably the best player in the sport of beach volleyball and indoor volleyball.
So you got to agree that he knows what he's doing. His word is law. You saw Hoshi and Shaw. Shaw just able to paint that outside line. Shaw had a great set one, nearing 11 kills. Cobrine answers right back.
And there's that quick tempo set out to Cobrine. UCSB has done a great job blocking tonight, but they are having trouble when USC is in system and running that quick play.
Here's Frassrand. Collins with a chance. It's out.
And Collins trying to go an extreme angle there, and he just runs out of court, hits it wide.
Frassrand lets it fly, just too far across the court and out.
And USC really targeting Sam Collins. They're trying to serve him. UCSB is adjusting by shifting Collins towards the line, and you see that work in their favor on that play with USC serving it too wide.
And you have to think that Collins has stepped up to the task. He's receiving the ball really well. I don't think he has a reception error today. Cobrine met at the net. It's out. Point will go back to the Trojans here.
And Cobrine using that short approach, it looks like when he comes in early like that, he is solely looking to tool the block. So he is usually using an open hand tip to swipe it off the blocker's hands.
Here is Chris Hall. Wilcox off the block. Hall over to Cobrine, and a block from Paragas. How about the 6-foot setter sending it back to the corner? Nobody's there. He can do a lot.
What a steal by Paragas. He is working so hard to get that right hand all the way around the ball and angled back into the court on the USC side.
Brandon Hicks was there for it too. There's the serve off the tape. Gallas, Hicks gets under it. Paragas setting the table, this time for Shaw. Off the hand and too far out. Gauchos gaining some momentum here.
And that's a huge point for Shaw. I think USC has done such a better job at defending him with their block and with their defenders in the back row. So for Shaw to get that kill, he's going to gain some momentum there, and let's look to see him fire it up a little bit.
Hall for Gallas. Gallas has been very strong for USC today. That's his 11th kill of the afternoon, solely behind his teammate Sam Cobrine for the team lead.
And Gallas hitting a heavy ball. You don't want that ball to hit your face without a block. It's going to be coming fast and heavy.
Gallas with 33 attempts today. Cobrine with 34. Wilcox, talk about efficiency. That one is out, however. He can't believe the call. UC Santa Barbara can't believe the call. Doesn't quite matter. That was Slater Bird, the line judge, who ultimately ended up giving the point to USC, who's back within 2 straight points for the Trojans here. Cobrine with a hammer serve. That's kept alive by Shaw. Wilcox tried to play it smart off the net, but Tracy was just too far in front of him. Timeout taken by the Gauchos. A 3-0 run for USC has us knotted up in set 4. We'll be right back on ESPN+.
Don't get stuck in traffic. Relax and leave the driving to us. Offering daily trips to and from LAX. Visit our website at spairbus.com or call us to learn more.
As a local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
Look around. You may not be able to see our technology, but it's there.
On the court or on the field, winning is the goal. At Logic Monitor, we're driven by the needs of our customers
and our goal of providing them with the best IT experience possible.
Our cloud-based platform monitors everything, from the systems supporting professional sports teams
to e-learning
to modern businesses.
We're all one team.
And we're here to beat the competition
by delivering the world's best monitoring and observability platform.
And we're back, and it's a knotted up set 4 here at the UCSB Men's Volleyball A6 Invitational. 9-9 here as the Gauchos took set 1 and set 3. Southern California took the second set, and here they are looking to knot things up. In the fourth set, Sam Cobrine ends a 3-0 scoring run for the Trojans with that serve too strong. Gauchos back on top.
And that's a good timeout by Rick McLaughlin. USC gaining some momentum, and he put a stop to that.
Right back where they started. Good look from Schrader. Schrader leading either squad in hit percentage today. 75% of efficiency. Wilcox got under it. Peksak tried to get the foot there, but just couldn't race to it fast enough. Now USC on top here in the fourth set. They need this one to stay in the match. Paragis looking for Tracy.
And I like the decision there by Paragis to set the middle, get them involved, make sure that USC is respecting that middle blocker so that they're not able to just sit in front Shaw or the outside.
Wilcox, that's handled by Browning. Right back to him. It's a block off Shaw and out. Point for the Trojans.
And Browning making that serve look easy, and I will assure you that serve is not easy. He's doing a great job at passing that heavy ball and then getting outside to get the kill.
And we talked about early on how Santa Barbara's 85% side-out rate was a big reason why they're winning so many points. Well, here, USC has held Santa Barbara to just a 62% side-out rate in the fourth set. And moving forward, you got to think that that's got to be the key to cleaning things up. Rainbow serve and the ace from Gallas.
And a lot of that is USC connecting on those serves.
Why don't we stay with you here as USC back on a 3-0 scoring run. The Gauchos were ahead early in this fourth set, and USC has since not only closed the gap, but taken the lead. You have to think that Sam Cobrine, Simon Gallas, they're big reasons for this, but Brandon Browning has been strong in this set as well.
And you see those quick, big runs by USC, and that's what really going for your serve will do for you. So they're gaining 5, 6 points in a row. UCSB needs to put a quick stop to those runs in order to take this set.
These Gauchos struggling with their efficiency here in this set as well, whereas USC is swinging the best that they've done today. They're at 43% on their kill percentage. And the Trojans find themselves on top of the Gauchos, who've only hit in 12% of their swings.
And this is the point in the match where we're really going to get to see the character of this UCSB squad. Their backs are against the wall. They've had a little slip in momentum. How are they going to respond? This is going to show whether they're still finding their chemistry or they can really grind through the tough times together.
The puzzle pieces are there. Can Rick McLaughlin fit them together? Here is Simon Gallas on the back line, looking to extend the lead for USC. A dive from Collins. They keep it up. Shaw with the left. Cobrine able to handle. Gallas with the point.
And a great heavy swing by Gallas. USC really fired up. This is the most momentum we've seen from them in the match, and they're running with it.
USC on a 4-0 scoring run. Gallas with the serve off the tape. Wilcox got it over. Cobrine kills.
And Cobrine making that back row attack look easy, but Gallas really setting up the play. He's doing a short serve, almost looks like a roll shot out of a jump topspin serve, and putting a lot of pressure on UCSB serve reception.
Boy, isn't it clear that when this USC team gets some momentum, and just as I say that, we see a serve into the net. That's a service error, which have been far and few in the second half of this match. But USC, once they get some momentum, I mean, this team can really be reckoned with. They are tough to handle when they get their bench into this one, and especially without the home field advantage. No fans in the stands. Cobrine placed it in the middle, but the point goes to the Gauchos. Walk me through it, Katie.
So on that one, Rick Olmstead is calling a back row attack on Sam Cobrine. That means he took off from in front of that 10-foot line. He has to stay behind it before he jumps to attack. And we saw Rick McLaughlin actually talking to the ref about keeping an eye on that back row attack. So a great coaching point there.
And the Gauchos able to pull the hands back there. It's a really good read by Tian Shaw and Sam Collins, seeing that USC trying to play the ball off the hands. They're able to take them back.
Exactly, a huge move by them. We've been seeing USC using the block all game, and for the Gauchos to read that and respond, very intelligent.
Too strong from Reese Tracy. Pecksock back in. Here's Brandon Browning. Gauchos looking for the side out. Browning handled by Pecksock. Paragas races over, and Collins with the ball. Hall sets it up for Frasrand. There's Wilcox, Colum Kilcox, coming soaring through the middle and able to knock that one in.
And that's a big point for UCSB. This is a crucial time in the game. They really need to close this gap in order to put themselves in a good position to close it out in 4.
This lead was at 5 just a moment ago. Now it's cut to 2. Hall sets it up for Cobrine, and Pecksock got under it. Wilcox again. Boy, what a swing. Back and forth, blow for blow, unable to be handled by Collins. Good look by Cobrine. Coach Rick McLaughlin pleading his case to Robin Burton, the down ref, saying, you gotta watch right there. He's taken off. Nonetheless, USC back up by 3. Collins with the kill.
And a great response by Collins. He's finding that opening in the block, making a smart kill down the line.
Collins with his 4th kill of the afternoon. A pair of Gauchos with 15 apiece. That's Haoshin Shah and Ryan Wilcox. As for Southern California, they've relied on Sam Cobrine and Simon Gallas. All to Cobrine, it's off the hands. Paragas cross court for Wilcox. He places it in the middle, and a great look. Paxson tried to get there, he dove for it, trying to make the pancake save, just couldn't extend long enough.
And there's the experience of Wilcox. He put a little less pace on that ball so that it dropped short middle right in the hole between any defenders on the USC side.
Sam Collins. And the answer right back from Schrader. Schrader 7 for 9 on his attempts this afternoon.
Middle blockers for USC are very efficient. They're getting the ball to the floor at a great rate.
Good call from Peksak. You heard that communication in the stadium. A clear out call, and it goes just a touch too strong.
And only a sophomore, Peksak really showing leadership in the back row. He is taking responsibility for a large portion of that and relieving his hitters so that they can go be offenders.
In system play, able to get the kill. That's Cobrine. USC trying to close out set 4 to force the 5th set. Santa Barbara looks to close out the match in this set. They're going to have to come from behind. Cobrine into the net.
And that's a huge point for UCSB. Cobrine has gone on some lengthy service runs. So to get that side out, they're going to look to take advantage and score one here.
Great thinking, Katie. It's when Cobrine is on that back line and in a groove, that's when USC is really driving. Oh man, good swing from Schrader. He has been tough to stop today.
That seems almost automatic. Schrader finding the floor every time.
Schrader checks out for McKibben, who is ready to serve. A service specialist, if you will.
And Jamison McKibben from Honolulu, Hawaii, also played at Punahou.
Wilcox looked to dump it over the top. Hall sets it for Browning off the hands and out.
And Browning actually finding hands, tooling that ball off the UCSB block, point USC.
Santa Barbara ranked number 11 coming into the season. USC looking to knock them off in the season opener. Another service error. That is the 24th service error of the afternoon for USC. That's compared to just 12 for the Gauchos. Has to be promising, however, how close this match is for USC, seeing how many mistakes they've made at the service line. Something they could probably clean up fairly easily moving forward. Gallas off the block, they keep it up. Paragas over to Collins. A tap to the middle. Here's a chance for the Trojans. Paragas back set for Wilcox. He dumps it right over the tape. Now the Trojans, Cobrine off the hands, and the point to USC. They're within 2 of this 4th set.
And a lot of tips in that play, so a bit of an out-of-system rally. Both teams having to find a shot instead of a swing to get that kill.
Paragas to Shaw, and he comes right back with an answer.
And getting Shaw involved right now to close out this set is going to be huge for UCSB. They're down by 2 in the final stretch. They're going to need all their weapons to get this comeback win.
Here is Reese Tracy. USC desperately looking for a side out. Hall looks to Browning, and they get it.
And Browning again with a huge kill. It seems in moments of need, he's the go-to, and he's getting those kills. His efficiency is great.
Set point here for Brandon Browning and the USC Trojans. Looking to send it to a fifth. Collins handles. There's Shaw, able to get the kill. Once again, it's 24-22. Same look as set number 2.
And even if UCSB doesn't win this set, I think Faragas is doing a great job at getting Shaw more involved, because they do need him firing at the rate he was in set 1 to get the final win over USC.
Shaw off the top of the net. He'll get it to fall. Gauchos back within 1 here in set 4. They need to play perfectly the rest of the way to take it in the 4th set. As we go into a break, Gauchos down 1, USC looking to send it to a 5th. You're watching the UCSB A6 Invitational on ESPN+.
The human body is in a constant state of recovery. But healing isn't a life sentence. It's a choice. When it's adversity that fuels us to push the limits of what we're capable of. We commit ourselves to the reach. Whether an injury is years, days, or hours old, your recovery begins now. When the goal is excellence and pain isn't an option, the solution is simple. We are ProBand. You bring the talent, we bring the relief.
As a local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
Alrighty, folks, hop on the train, buckle your seatbelts. Now's where it gets interesting. Gauchos find themselves down by a piece here in the 4th set. If USC wins this set, we're headed to a 5th. If the Gauchos can complete the comeback in this set, we're headed home. Shaw into the net. USC takes set 4, and we're headed to a do-or-die set number 5. You're watching the UCSB A6 Invitational on ESPN+. We'll be right back.
The human body is in a constant state of recovery. But healing isn't a life sentence. It's a choice. When it's adversity that fuels us to push the limits of what we're capable of. We commit ourselves to the reach. Whether an injury is years, days, or hours old, your recovery begins now. When the goal is excellence and pain isn't an option, the solution is simple. We are ProBand. You bring the talent, we bring the relief.
What is the Big West? The Big West is where the Aloha spirit meets California cool. It's a place of unlimited opportunity on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. We're built different in the Big West. We find a way to win with hustle, heart, and hard work. What is the Big West? It's the place where dreams come true. The Big West. Only the bold.
Don't get stuck in traffic. Relax and leave the driving to us. Offering daily trips to and from LAX. Visit our website at sbairbus.com or call us to learn more.
As a local family-owned restaurant, we dedicate as much to our community as we do to the quality of our food. Because all great businesses are inspired by great people. Like Kyle, our inspiration. Kyle's Kitchen, where you eat great food and help great people.
Look around. You may not be able to see our technology, but it's there.
On the court or on the field, winning is the goal. At Logic Monitor, we're driven by the needs of our customers
and our goal of providing them with the best IT experience possible.
Our cloud-based platform monitors everything, from the systems supporting professional sports teams
to e-learning
to modern businesses.
We're all one team.
And we're here to beat the competition
by delivering the world's best monitoring and observability platform.
And here we are back in Robb Gymnasium here on the campus of UC Santa Barbara. All ready for the 5th set today. It's the inaugural match of the UCSB A6 Invitational this season. USC taking on UC Santa Barbara 2-2, heading into the 5th set. This one will go to 15. The Gauchos took the first set. USC came back for the second set. Santa Barbara up 2-1 after 3. USC tied it up after 4. Here's Patrick Paragas ready to get this 5th and final set underway. Sam Cobrine starts it off with a bang.
And what an athletic line kill by Sam Cobrine. He's coming in facing the angle, and he's just completely cross-body line. No way to dig that ball.
Here is Chris Hall, dug up by Pecksock, set up for Tracy. They get under it. Cobrine the free. Wilcox able to get the kill.
And Ryan Peckstock doing a great job in that backcourt, keeping the ball alive so that Ryan Wilcox can get an attempt.
Now Wilcox on the back line. Sends it into the hands of Paxson. And a chance once again for USC. Lucas Schrader has been, Liam Schrader I should say, have been so good today. Just his efficiency through the roof.
And USC doing a great job at receiving serves. They're improved a ton from the first set on putting their setter in position to set all 3 hitters.
Oh my goodness, Collins kept it up. The free ball gets over from Pecksock. Browning with the kill.
Great effort by UCSB, but couldn't stop that attack from USC.
Brandon Browning just sucked the momentum right out of the Gauchos. Saw Collins race for that ball, almost unbelievably kept it up. There's Collins doing it again, and the finish. Schrader there, his 10th kill of the afternoon. That's in just 12 attempts. And here comes USC. And we know in a 5th set, you talk about momentum. Starting out that set matters because you're just playing a 15.
And they started out on fire. They are cheering, they're loud, they're excited to play. UCSB looks a little tentative here.
There's Shaw, the dive from Cobrine. Can Hall get it over? Just a touch short. Good effort by USC.
Both teams laying it all out on the line. They know that anything can happen in a 5th set, and every point matters.
Pecksock out, and you'll see Brandon Hicks in. Here is Reese Tracy. Tracy down the line, handled by Cobrine.
And a net violation called by upref Rick Olmstead. It looks like UCSB is contacting the net a little bit more than USC, adding to a few more points, free points thrown USC's way.
Schrader with the serve, handled well by Collins. Shaw, the dump over the top. Gallas looking to place. Pecksuck climbs the ladder for it. There's Shaw in the kill.
And Shaw finding that kill. The connection between Shaw and Paragas still doesn't look as smooth as it did in set one, but I like him getting that kill. Let's see if he can continue get a few more of those for UCSB.
Shaw on the back line. He's 1 kill away from reaching 20 in the season opener. Robb Gymnasium here on the campus of UC Santa Barbara. All ready for the 5th set today. It's the inaugural match of the UCSB A6 Invitational this season. USC taking on UC Santa Barbara 2-2, heading into the 5th set. This one will go to 15. The Gauchos took the first set. USC came back for the second set. Santa Barbara up 2-1 after 3. USC tied it up after 4. Here's Patrick Paragas, ready to get this 5th and final set underway. Sam Cobrine starts it off with a bang.
And what an athletic line kill by Sam Cobrine. He's coming in facing the angle, and he's just completely cross-body line. No way to dig that ball.
Here is Chris Hall. Dug up by Pecksuck, set up for Tracy. They get under it. Cobrine the free. Wilcox able to get the kill.
And Ryan Pecksuck doing a great job in that backcourt, keeping the ball alive so that Ryan Wilcox can get an attempt.
Now Wilcox on the back line. Sends it in the hands of Paxson. And a chance once again for USC. Lucas Schrader has been, Liam Schrader, I should say, have been so good today. Just his efficiency through the roof.
And USC doing a great job at receiving serves. They're improved a ton from the first set on putting their setter in position to set all 3 hitters.
Oh my goodness, Collins kept it up. The free ball gets over from Pecksuck. Browning with the kill.
Great effort by UCSB, but couldn't stop that attack from USC.
Brandon Browning just sucked the momentum right out of the Gauchos. Saw Collins race for that ball, almost unbelievably kept it up. There's Collins doing it again, and the finish. Schrader there, his 10th kill of the afternoon. That's in just 12 attempts. And here comes USC. And we know in a 5th set, you talk about momentum. Starting out that set matters because you're just playing a 15.
And they started out on fire. They are cheering, they're loud, they're excited to play. UCSB looks a little tentative here.
There's Shaw, the dive from Cobrine. Can Hall get it over? Just a touch short. Good effort by USC.
Both teams laying it all out on the line. They know that anything can happen in a 5th set, and every point matters.
Pecksuck out, and you'll see Brandon Hicks in. Here is Reese Tracy. Tracy down the line, handled by Cobrine.
And a net violation called by upref Rick Olmstead. It looks like UCSB is contacting the net a little bit more than USC, adding to a few more points, free points thrown USC's way.
Schrader with the serve, handled well by Collins. Shaw, the dump over the top. Gallas looking to place. Pecksuck climbs the ladder for it. There's Shaw in the kill.
And Shaw finding that kill. The connection between Shaw and Paragas still doesn't look as smooth as it did in set 1, but I like him getting that kill. Let's see if he can continue get a few more of those for UCSB.
Shaw on the back line. He's 1 kill away from reaching 20 in the season opener. Rainbow look handled by Cobrine. Wilcox able to get there. Setting the table for Shaw. Hall now over to Browning, off the hand, shot, dives, he kept it up. Miscommunication, and the point to USC.
And those are the minor plays that make a big difference, and they're just early on in the season, they're gonna happen. So a miscommunication there, it's tough because it's a big point, but they're gonna figure those out later in the season.
Gallas into the net, the side out for the Gauchos. Brandon Hicks looking to bring some energy for Santa Barbara here. You'll see Sam Collins head to the back line, ready to go. Remember, it's a race to 15 here in the 5th set, so every point matters. There's Collins, handled by the Trojans. Browning played it off the block. Paragas now to Shaw.
And UCSB getting a free point there as USC contacts the net. That's a big play for them. And look for Sam College to take advantage of that from the service line.
Here's Collins with the Gauchos down by just a piece. Collins, hustle player of the tournament so far. We're only through one match. Browning able to get there. Frasrin gets it over on the free. Right back into system. Hall to Gallas. Off the tape and in.
And Ryan Wilcox wants that play back. I think he had an opportunity there to end the play. And he didn't get the kill. Gave USC another attempt.
Cleaning up the court right here. USC halfway, just about halfway to that 15-point mark that you need to finish this one off.
And USC showing a lot of grit. They didn't have the greatest start to the match, but they've been building on the first set this entire time, haven't lost energy, and just consistently gaining momentum.
Browning with a fireball serve. Paragas to Wilcox. That's handled by Paxson. Pexuk got under it. The dive from Paxson. That stays alive. Hall got it over. Wilcox with the right and unable to handle his Paxson after a tremendous rally here in set 5.
And liberos on both sides are trading off incredible dig after incredible dig. Off their chest, diving save, pancake, anything to keep that ball alive.
This one's getting fun toward the end here. Both teams showing all that they're made of. Your identity is not cemented in the first game, but rather it's a foundation. We'll see what that foundation is for both of these teams in what, maybe 10 minutes? Set too high for Cobrine. Couldn't climb the ladder to get there, and here are the Gauchos knotted up at 7.
And that's where the fast tempo, short window can create some problems. If it's not a perfect set, there's a miscue, and sometimes that ball is missed.
Left the ground a little too early on that last point. Here's Brandon Hicks. Hicks into the net. That's a service error that might bite the Gauchos. A tough one there to give up, especially when USC needed to side out so terribly. Paragas to Shaw. Gallas got under it. Point for Santa Barbara.
And another net violation by USC in this 5th set. It's a free point for UCSB, and again, Paragas needs to take advantage here on the service line, put an aggressive serve in so that UCSB can get 1 point ahead. They've trailed this entire set.
Hall set it up for Gallas, and the Gauchos unable to handle it. It was off the block. Collins couldn't get under it.
And Gallas pretty unstoppable. That heavy swing, even if UCSB gets a block touch on it, it's coming so fast that it's hard to defend.
Here's Chris Hall. The redshirt senior out of Sherman Oaks, California. Right over the top of the tape. Here's Paragas to Wilcox. It's blocked. He got under it. Paragas did. There's Wilcox again. Whistle blown. Up ref Rick Olmstead awards the point to USC.
And Rick Olmstead calling a double contact on Sam Collins as he set that out-of-system dig up. Paragas, what a save. Keeping that ball alive.
Nonetheless, USC inches closer to a 5-set win here in their first match of the season. Shaw. There's Cobrine. He finds the floor.
And Cobrine making that look easy, but he is putting that ball in the perfect spot to get that kill.
Folks, it's getting interesting. Buckle up your seatbelts. This is where the magic happens. We'll be right back on ESPN+.
The human body is in a constant state of recovery, but healing isn't a life sentence. It's a choice. When it's adversity that fuels us to push the limits of what we're capable of, we commit ourselves to the reach. Whether an injury is years, days, or hours old, your recovery begins now. When the goal is excellence and pain isn't an option, the solution is simple. We are ProBand. You bring the talent, we bring the relief.
How about these USC Trojans? 4 points away from knocking off number 11 UC Santa Barbara in the season opener here at the UCSB ASICS Invitational. 2 sets to 2 sets here in set number 5. Gauchos desperately needing a side out, and USC currently on a 3-0 scoring run.
And Sam Cobrine with 18 kills. He has taken a lot of the load later on in this match, and he's doing a great job.
The dive from Pecksock to get it up. There's Shaw out of the break, and it's too strong cross court. That's 4 straight points for these Trojans. We talked about that momentum that they can build when they get on a scoring run. Chris Hall. Pecksock handles. They go back to Shaw. He's met at the net. Gallas forms the wall with Schrader. They're within 2 of the win. We're staying here, folks. 13-8. This is a 5-0 scoring run for the USC Trojans. And the Gauchos just can't find their footing. What does Santa Barbara have to do to come back in a seemingly impossible way?
UCSB, first of all, needs to stop the runs by USC. USC is doing a great job at just staying in those runs and not letting up. So first off, UCSB needs a pass. They need to control that first contact and then mix up who they're feeding that set to. Right now, Shaw is not in a groove, so they're going to need to spread it either behind or to a middle to find some openings and find some offensive rhythm.
Coach Rick McLaughlin, part of this chess match today with Gary Sato. Sato, the 7th-year assistant coach for USC. And the typical leader of this program just not in the house tonight. That is Jeff Nygaard, the 3-time Olympian, who is not with the Trojans for their season opener today here in Santa Barbara. Fifth set here, Trojans in the driver's seat. Santa Barbara needs the side out right out of the break. Here is Chris Hall on the back line, looking to extend a 5-0 scoring run. That's handled by Wilcox. Paragas right back to Wilcox. Off the block, they keep it alive. The look for Cobrine. Paxson got his arm on it. Free from Cobrine. There is Collins, able to handle. Wilcox with the right, too strong and out. And a match point here for the USC Trojans.
And Cole Paxson doing such a great job at leading this team. He is the captain. He's a redshirt senior, and he is keeping that ball alive. You just saw in that play him covering the ball, giving his team another chance.
The rainbow serve from Hall. Wilcox looking to keep this one alive. Hall sets the table for Gallas, who finishes. And USC knocks off number 11 UC Santa Barbara in the first match of the season. How about that? A good way to start the A6 Invitational for USC with a 5-set victory over Santa Barbara. And we'll be right back here tomorrow for USC and UC San Diego in Game 2 of the UCSB A6 Invitational. That'll do it today, folks. The 15-8 Set 5 win for the Trojans finishes things off. Katie, what do you have to add for me?
USC did a great job at coming back strong after that first set. They stuck with it, and they found ways to get on runs even when they weren't in optimal positioning. I think that's something that UCSB can learn from. They're a young